whisper in you. I got my own mic, bitches.
Kayla has her own microphone. Holy shit. Am I still here?
I don't know.
I am.
I'm here.
It's good to see y'all again. We're back at the Crazy Gates podcast. Look, I'm zooming in.
Crazy Gates podcast.
Okay, Kayla. While I'm rolling this quick joint here, go ahead and tell me this human evolutionary fact that you've been keeping secret.
First off, we're back, bitches. Back and better than ever, I think. Who knows? We took a hiatus.
It was me. I just took a break from social media, ran to find myself. I feel like everybody does it. What I should be doing is just actually touch grass. Everyone says that, haha, go touch grass. No, actually go touch grass and take a step back from everything. And you come back fully rejuvenated because look at us right now. Rejuvenated and back.
Rejuvenated.
So now we get past all the pleasantries.
I have a fun fact. We're kicking this podcast off. Old school. Fun fact. Human evolution. Okay. So have you ever thought to yourself, all animals, when they give birth, the babies pretty quickly start walking, start living their life, start going and doing things, right? How come human babies take so long to even have a shred of independence? I have the answer for you.
Kayla has the answer.
So, back when we were monkeys, right? Yeah, monkeys walk on their hind legs sometimes, but for the most part, they walk on all fours still, right? Or at least like tilted forward. So, as human evolution became a thing and people started walking only on their legs, the tilt of the pelvis had to like adapt. So instead of being slightly forwards, now it's just basically not straight up and down, but very vertical.
Yeah,
right?
It's vertical enough.
And so to accommodate for the pelvis becoming vertical, it got narrower. And so because the opening of the pelvis is narrower, the baby doesn't necessarily develop as much as it would have before. And you like the baby's head has to obviously like fit to squish through there, right? So there's not as much brain matter in the baby's brains. And so that's why they don't. It's because we don't walk on all fours that babies don't come out walking.
So let me dumb it down just so I can just digest what I saw here. So to allow us for it to be properly birthed or whatever, the pelvis adjusted and got narrower, and so our brain so we're coming out stupider by like comparison. Like we're the stupidest animal born, basically. Yeah, from birth, we're the stupidest animal. Every other animal is at least innate this, that.
All because we want to walk on two legs.
What about kangaroos? Kangaroos walk on.
Yes, but they also have a pouch, so like their birthing process isn't the same.
Hold on, there's other upright animals. You know what I'm saying?
Is there
that running gecko on the wall?
They only run sometimes. It's not an all the time thing, and they can't stand. Like they're not the Geico gecko.
There has to be one other animal that's like two-legged, like by chase. Bigfoot. What about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot probably has stupid babies then, like us. If Bigfoot were real.
If Bigfoot were real. I love how you inputted that in because that's disrespectful, y'all. And I'm glad you brought this up because this has turned from a couples podcast to a boys versus girls podcast. Whoa. Because I got something this for Miss Kayla over here. You did that maliciously. You're attacking. You're attacking right now. You said Bigfoot is not real, basically invalidating my biggest fear on the planet to nothing more than a myth. When one, I've seen him when I was at camp. When I was at camp, seen him, freaked out, and the legends just make sense. They're not just like the idea of the missing link. Is it?
I can't. What do you mean you seen him?
I seen him when I was in camp.
How close?
Okay.
Did you fully see him, or did you just see a big hairy thing?
It was a mound of like this, and it looked like it was part of the trees. And like at first I noticed it because like the moon was shining in, and we're all hiking. Me,
but what
my
if
uncle.
It was part of the tree.
Okay, I'm glad you asked because as we see this, like not we, but as I'm looking around and see this mound of like mass right there, just this moved, gone. So this whole thing gone, and I don't know. Don't fucking try to pin me down. Like, oh well, what did you just think you saw? It was vivid enough and fucking like not supernatural, but it was.
I'm not saying you didn't see anything move, but we're out in the wilderness in Canada. What if it was just a bear?
There was no bears in that area reported. There was no bears in that area.
Why would anybody report the bear? What if you were the only one that saw it? You didn't report it.
Yeah,
because you were busy reporting Bigfoot.
I was hysterical because the thing that started all the episode 1 of Mystery Hunters. Episode 1 of Mystery Hunters was Bigfoot and the skunk ape. This motherfucker skunk ape was like in Florida. It's not that it stinks, right? And this motherfucker swore he caught them because he was hanging apples out in his yard. Like, there's one again, another one, and there's nothing else. The shit like that either. And there was like a picture of like a weird like ape thing with like a white chat. Like that's the skunk ape. Very much. We were interested in the Bigfoot because this is where they got like the plaster feet, motherfucking the noises in between the Kayla, fix your face. In between the episodes, or in between like like.
What if you're Bigfoot?
No, shut up. Like, these are real howling Bigfoot noises. And the other thing, this is they just hitting sticks and communicating by like the slapping like tall trees. They've seen like little like huts that they've made, like little things. Like deer and bears aren't doing these things, and they got footprints. Yes, I know. There's been hoaxes. There've been and we're in this level of technology. And why hasn't somebody just find infrared drone and go ahead and just do it like that? Because nobody wants to do the fun. I guess they probably have done so because I did see Bigfoot explorers. The thing is, they're smart, elusive creatures. They're real, and it's a source of my fear of being smashed by gorillas.
Yeah, but aren't aliens supposed to be smart, elusive creatures? So if we've caught aliens by now, you don't think we would have caught Bigfoot? Like, people have dedicated their whole lives to finding Bigfoot. You don't think we would have found him already?
You're gonna look so silly.
If Bigfoot becomes real, I'll give that one to you. But until then, it's just fun to make fun of you for.
It's fun to make fun. What about your fear, huh? Let's talk about your fear. Bird lady. You scared?
My fear is valid. I had a traumatic childhood experience.
You were attacked by chickens. Oh no.
I was a tiny baby.
Attacked by chickens.
Being attacked by hungry chickens. A flock of them. Yes.
You literally stopped us from crossing the street in New York, the busy streets of New York, because it was a pigeon line.
Yeah.
They would have moved for you, and we missed the street walking for it. I still hold that back because I remember walking for it and just being jerked back instantly. And
yeah,
I looked,
because you know what? Yeah, birds move, but when they move, they flap their wings, and the flapping the wings part is the part that scares me the most.
Let's do some therapy.
Let's do some therapy. You go out in the forest, and I'll start taking care of chickens. We'll live in the forest with our chickens. We'll both conquer our fears together at the same time.
I don't want to be right, Kayla, in my situation.
Then don't be right.
But at the same time, you know what I was looking at while we were talking about this Bigfoot tangent thing? Mm-hmm. Our night sky in the background, matching with the Crazy Gates podcast over there.
If you guys are watching the video, do you see we painted the walls black?
The whole house is black.
The whole apartment is black except for that wall right there.
The kitchen wall. There's 2 walls left, and I'm gonna get to it. And then all we have left is the bedroom, and then the apartment has been completely.
Yeah, but I have plans for the bedroom. The bedroom's not gonna be painted black. It's gonna be painted like a really dark, deep green. It's gonna look real nice.
Yeah. But I was also looking at our air conditioner because it looks like a robot that you would find. It looks like that one robot except in white from Futurama.
Yeah.
In Young and the Restless, or the like equivalent.
Yeah, the other actor one.
The other robot that's always like so so monotone. Barely says anything. So back to this evolution thing, right? Missing link, all that.
Yeah.
I have some notes here on some other evolutions I hope to see in the human update. I know we're not gonna see it in our lifetime, but until the sun explodes and burns us all, I'd like to see how far humans can get. My first one, a third arm. I wish that we could just kill. Life would be so dope if I just had like a retractable like arm. It doesn't have to be like a big arm, like a arm as big as this.
The thing is, though,
just a forearm.
If we were to evolutionize and get another arm, it wouldn't be retractable. So people would just have 3 arms, and that would look silly. So I think it would have to be 4 arms. 4 arms.
Nah.
And then eventually, maybe if evolution gets there later,
6 arms.
A retractable one.
A retractable, okay. Because we're going to have to get, like, what's that the word for, like, bug? Like, cephalopodal. You know what I'm saying? Get fucking.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the other one I was thinking, like, the position of the arm. Because we have a tailbone. So it's actually, like, you know, it could evolve. It doesn't have to be, like, an arm, but it has appendages. So it's, like.
So a tail.
Not a full tail.
Tailbone. So
not like a full tail. So I still want to call it still be more hand than tail, right? Because if it's
that's a weird place to put a hand.
It's fine.
I mean, you could itch your butthole really easy, but like
I'm thinking doggy style.
It would take wiping to a hole easy.
Oh, I'll be sitting there just looking on my phone, and all of a sudden, just hold on, just flick, not even looking, just whip that shit off, man. A third arm would go crazy, and it feels like a little bit longer. Like, the reason why I wanted a third arm, this is where like it all started. 2 scenarios. Number 1, while I'm video gaming and gaming, I wanted one other hand so I could just have like a little joint here and just like smoke in between while I'm like doing it with both hands, like when I'm playing Overwatch League, whatever. Second one is porn, because
you need both hands to hold the.
No, I want both hands on my dick and have one hand for the phone. So like my little like gimp arm will just be sitting there like holding the phone up there, and then I can actually double fist my cock and actually go to work with it.
Not all guys need 2 hands.
That's the thing. Like I never feel like a full like. I want to get the like. There's one thing I would like to recreate is that thing that we do when like you know. You're squeezing on me like doing that bubble gut, and I'm all the way in. That shit is fun. And the way I can recreate that is on both hands, so I can either A, use my imagination, or B, prop the phone up on my chest and go to work.
But what I'm saying is that it's not that guys don't always need 2 hands because they don't want to feel the same thing as you. What I'm saying is some guys don't.
Because it's not big?
Yeah.
No, but like I'm average size. So
no, you're not.
So motherfuckers like.
Because if average is 4.25 or something.
No, average is like 7.5 inches, 8 inches.
Theory, what is the average penis?
Did she say it?
I don't know how to respond to that. Maybe that's too NSFW of a.
Are you serious? Siri is such a nun, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm sorry. You know who would have answered that question?
Alexa.
Alexa would have been like, 7.5 inches, player. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or was that one phone movie that we watched where the AI?
The average penis size has gone up to 5.1 inches, but it's still just 5.1.
I made the cut. I'm average. Nah. So the double hand idea is coming down to, you know, double fisting the cock while we're working it, while doing our own thing. And then other things, if it's a third hand, like just like flick my nose as I'm doing dishes, like, or
you could like prepare something on the counter and stir your pot at the same time.
Oh yeah.
It could be useful. I'm not saying it wouldn't be handy,
but it definitely.
I just think a third hand would. Or a third arm would look weird. It would have to be 4.
But if we're going with like evolutionary law, we're gonna be like, there's gonna be some down years before we get to hand, and so there's gonna be like 800. No, I'm talking 1,000. Okay, maybe like 200,000 years of just like a gimp fucking like lob like that just hangs out there, and it's like, what is this thing for? I don't know. The OnlyFans era for that whole thing will be weird, nigga. Motherfuckers will have like little fucking like flat. They shake it on top of the. Let's not get into that. Next one.
Yeah.
Or monkey tail. So classic monkey tail, right? Yeah. There's two reasons for this. This was one that sucks it for me. I
just want to hang from a tree.
Caleb would like to hang from a tree. I would like to look like a Saiyan. That's number one. So just wrap my tail around my waist and just sit there, just Kakarot. You haven't rid yourself. You haven't rid this planet yet. This is a class 1 planet. You know. The second idea is like, you know, just to try to do a pendulum, like do things around the house with monkey tail, but primarily to look like a Saiyan. Another one I had here. Gills. I feel like not all people have to do it, but there's the same way that there was those like people that were stuck underground for like so long because of the war, but then they forgot that nobody told them that the war was over, so they continued living underground because of their own ecosystem, and they adapted. Like they have like different ways of hearing, like their hearing is better, but their sight is like piss poor. Like little evolution. That's only from a small like period of years. So like if people were dedicating themselves a life to it, we could all be shark boys. Not lava girls. We'll all be shark boys and shark girls. So what do you think about gills? Are you gonna be joining the water people, or are you gonna be on land?
When you first said that you were thinking about human evolution and what we need, my first thought was to be able to breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually,
I want to be like the Avatar water people.
Eventually, the water levels are gonna rise. All the glaciers are gonna melt. And the world's gonna go from 70% water to 95% water. We're gonna have to be water people. We're all gonna
be island boys.
Everyone's gonna be an island boy, nigga. Like I'm from the island. Which one? It's not even gonna be called an island anymore. That's like, oh, you're on a land. We're all gonna be island boys, nigga. You really. That's the title of the we're all gonna be island boys. Yep, let me write that down before I forget. Where's my pencil? My pencil.
Your pencil?
A pen. Fuck.
No, you had one.
All right. Let me.
Yeah, paint it for me.
Island. No, I need like something to write with, bro. Let me just get out our phone. We're sitting here acting as if we don't have.
We're acting Amish right now.
Yeah, like, bro, give me
my pencil.
my ink and my feather. Today, we're all island boys. Is that what you said? All right,
we're all gonna be island boys.
So another thing I want to do with gills, obviously, you know, bro, why you gotta ruin the whole the shtick?
You make it better.
Make it better. Now I'm thinking this is island boy, and the fact that they're kissing each other and shit, and the one is just getting into fights like.
And the one's gay and the other one's not. Now he feels weird about kissing his brother when he should have felt weird kissing his brother regardless. Because
what? Yeah, all from putting, and they got 2 Corvette symbols each.
But also, like, how do you not know your own twin brother is gay? I feel like
there's just so much to unpack. Kayla, just you opened up something by saying island, but like I don't know if it's saw on screen. But I got just hit with like PTSD fucking rockets when you said, "Oh, we're all gonna be island boys." I'm trying to laugh it off, but whole time.
I'm sorry.
Gills, Kayla. Gills.
So, gills. They're edible, but actually I learned this the other day. Okay, so Dono posted. Dono asked.
Oh, also hi, Ganja.
Yeah, hey, Dono. Dono asked if gills were edible and why don't people eat them, and so then I googled it because. Why don't people eat them? You know, they eat the head of a fish.
Yeah.
So they are edible, but apparently they make everything taste like really bitter and gross. So like it's just you can eat it and you won't die, but like you won't enjoy
it. It's like people that eat liver.
Yeah, my dad eats liver.
My parents eat.
My dad gets the liver pate and he just dips a cracker in it and just goes ham.
No,
it's gross.
No. Like when my mom is cooking liver in the house.
Oh, cooking.
You can smell like it's just it smells. The only thing I can describe it is it smells like a farm, like all the bad parts of a farm while she's cooking it. There's only one other dish that's prepared in my house that gives me. There's only one other dish So my dad eats grasshoppers. It's technically they're locusts because they're bigger and they got fatter thoraxes. It's more, but they're deep fried, smothered in chocolate. Not really smothered in chocolate, but they're deep fried. And my dad just
does he put a sauce on them
not
or just dry
salt. He just sprinkles a little bit of salt on them because they're already salty on the thing on the inside. Like they already have like their flavor. They're already seasoned.
I wonder if your dad could put like a lime or a lemon. I feel like that might.
Sometimes, and the thing is, he'd be sitting there done eating, and there'd be like a little bug's foot like on his tooth, and just like. So sorry, just what are you saying? I'm saying like.
Next time we see your dad, I'm gonna bring it up to him. Like, hey, if they're really salty like that, maybe you should try squirting like lemon juice or like lime juice on it. You know, it might really just. And make sure,
and don't say grasshopper. Say it by its proper like what is it? Dish name. Insanity.
Nah.
Insanity. Yeah, literally that.
Insanity. Because it's crazy to eat grasshoppers.
My whole culture is just presented on the thing is like, and you're just two-stepping on that bitch. Bioluminescence.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like another like human trait.
Has no real benefits to us.
Caving, walking around. We're always looking to like, oh, I need something to light up. We can't produce our own light. So a bioluminescence. Okay, it's just for funsies. Whatever. Yeah. It's just for funsies. I don't see how bright can I glow. 2 reasons for this. Number 1, so I can look Super Saiyan.
Sex would be.
It's second. That's what I'm saying. Like I want to have a glow up dick. Like literally 2 reasons, so I can look Super Saiyan when I'm glowing up, and 2, so I can have a glow up dick. Like just.
Yeah. In this theory, would you be able to change colors like a LED strip light, or
you know what it is?
Stuck with one color.
No, it's you can do it, but you have to focus it.
Or is it mood based?
Both are good. I think more fun would be mood based because nobody will be able to lie. It's like, Kayla, are you mad?
Would that be more fun then? Because I don't think it would be. A lot of people would get their feelings hurt.
It's like somebody walks in the room and I just like glow like disgusting. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Everyone in the room is glowing green right now. Okay, I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah.
You know, or when you're horny,
everyone's gonna know.
It's already kind of hard for guys. It's like, you know, if you get a boner in class is literally just like a death sentence because everyone's like, oh, you're a pervert. You sitting here trying to hump something right now, pervert. I had this one chick that just literally would just like not call out boners, but like when we would joke around about like getting a boner in class, oh yeah, Miss Jenkins got me going, and she's like, to a teacher. I'm like, bro.
How often do guys get boners in school? Because like I don't remember ever seeing one.
Fellas. Kayla has an excellent question for us. How often did we get boners in school?
Okay, no.
A lot. I
guess that's pretty obvious. I guess like the major question
in class
is like, yeah, like in class and like how, because you're sitting down, so it wouldn't be as noticeable then, though, right?
Yeah, exactly that. There's times at least once a day you're in a classroom with a guy that has a boner. It doesn't matter what class. Like it's just because it's just whether the hottest girl in class is doing something, and then I just start imagining something, and all of a sudden like, oh, it's just like a little bit of a lump. There's different techniques we use: side of the leg. Some psychopaths do up the belt. I've only seen that a couple of times in my lifetime, but then for the most part, it's the side of the leg or just But this is also where I discovered a weird trick. I didn't know I was masturbating until until later on when I saw somebody else make a joke about it. So I was sitting there crossing my legs trying to hide the boner, and I was crossing it tight to thinking that's how I would take it away until it started to feel really good, and I just held it there, and all of a sudden just
in your pants.
Because this was before I was nutting. This is like grade 3, grade 4. So like I didn't know like what I was like. I didn't know I was masturbating until later on. Nothing happened. I was just like, and so then later on, like my wife and kids, the guy's like, yeah, I'm just squeeze my legs together and make some mayo. I'm like, so it's true. Like, cause I just thought I was a weird guy. Sometimes that's how you.
Because you are a weird guy. In 3rd grade, I feel like that's way too young.
Kids get boners all the time. You've seen Jesse get a boner randomly too. Like it's sometimes it's like like an adrenaline thing. Like it's not always.
I have not.
Really?
Have you seen it?
No, no.
No. Are you noticing something that I'm not?
No. But even okay, like if we're being honest, me and Jason, right? Like I would be 8 years old. He'll be three. Nah, I'll be like 10 years old, and he'll be like 8 years old or something, and then he'll be like, this little dick boner. Like it happens. It's from okay. We're not just 13 years old, 12 years old. All of a sudden, just wait a minute, what's happening?
Like I can tell you, I don't think I've. Because I never really pinpointed what getting horny was until after I like really understood what it meant. But I want to say like I probably didn't start
feeling warm and stuff.
Yeah, until like grade 8.
I don't know how to say it. I don't respond to that. I don't know if it's just my over access to the internet at a young age or like, but
I definitely think it's your over access to.
We've been squeezing thigh meat since 2006.
I'm sorry, I just don't want to picture a little baby being
quick for just. I was sitting there like this.
And like you're still too young that nothing even comes out.
And I said, and it was like I didn't know what it was. It just made my brain feel warm. It was like spinning around all the time until I get dizzy, and just it was just a thing you do. I knew something was gonna happen, and it just became more annoying as you got older because now, like every time you jack off, you get to that point, you gotta clean up. If I could do that without making a mess, yeah.
Yeah, because like the thing is, even if you get a vasectomy, you're still gonna nut.
Yeah. This is not gonna be
like what's the benefits of
it's cut off from the sack.
Well, I know, but like I feel like the nut's not gonna be worth anything, then why even it out, you know?
No, I feel it. If it's not gonna be worth anything, it's the experience. Kayla, coming from you, if I get a vasectomy, right? Because God, I don't know if you know this, and I'm not trying to put Kayla's business out there, and I'm probably not gonna put it too much. Let's just say things don't get done until I get done.
Yeah.
So, listen, I won last session. I won, eh? Last session I won because did I? Okay, didn't I? Didn't I? Who nutted first?
I don't think it was yesterday. I think.
Apana. So you know which one I'm talking about, huh? Because it was working. I was like, finally. But every other time, if I don't nut first, Kayla's not nutting. So.
Because I need to win.
It's not a competition. Just take it. And the thing is, I can feel that you're close, and then something changes, and then we're back at like a 7. I'm like, okay, I feel like 8, 9, and then you go back to a 7. I'm just want to like looking in the back of the head, like, hey yo.
I'm just rubbing the engine on you.
I just want to look at it like, hey Caleb, like,
you want to see what I can do?
Yeah, this podcast is brought to you by.
Aren't you glad we're back?
Nah, but that ass, like I was like, bro, it's been like 4 or 5 minutes, and I've been just hitting that manka, and like I know that you're working it, and then you're just not letting me rip, and then all of a sudden, guess what happens? I'm like, okay, guy, I tap out, I can't take anymore, and I let it loose, and what happens over here? Oh yeah, now I'm good. I was just sitting here while I'm not looking over to the side, like,
wait, you looking at me? You look at me?
Oh, bro. Because a guy's nut lasts like 5 seconds, and the rest is just like afterburn, after flow. So I'm already back to like a decent mind state after 5-10 seconds. I'm seeing you're here, like your head is in the pillow, and you're enjoying yourself. Like I feel you getting shivers on your back, and I'm sitting just like, look at you, look at that little. This could have been done earlier. It didn't need to come to this. So to circle back to vasectomy, why nut, Kayla? That's a silly question because you wouldn't be able to get to where you're going if I didn't have anything releasing. If I could no longer nut.
Oh yeah, me personally, yeah, that wouldn't be so great for me. But like, if I were a guy, I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
If you're a guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Cause like, if I get my tubes tied, like I don't want to have a period. Like I don't know. I just feel like, just stop everything, you know?
So if you're gonna cut it off like this.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the next topic because we already finished off with bioluminescence. Now we're talking about because like we could have a whole nother like, like side convo. about like the in and outs of our sex life and how we've kind of like tailored to each other in a weird way. Like you do what I like, I do what you like, and it's kind of now it's not routined, but like
everything gets done.
That's how. Yeah, does it make sense?
We check every box, essentially. Mm-hmm. We might check them in different orders, but like everything that needs to be done gets done.
Different orders, you say. There's times like, okay, like I let Kayla got her, and I'm like, okay, let me get my last nut real quick, and you just give me the side eye, like, well,
I got mine.
I got mine,
and I know you got yours once. So what's it even matter?
But the second, it's like you gotta have two, man. You gotta have two in the session. It's like eating 2 grapes. You don't just eat one gumball. You don't just eat one gummy, but you eat 2. You know, you have 2. Like
a gumball, yes. You just
the minis.
Well, the minis, no, but like a regular gumball.
What psychopath is eating a big jumbo gumball? This off the Ross Club, bro. Like,
I don't know. You go to those machines. Nah, you put the order in and you flip it, and then it comes out. Those ones are like pretty big.
If you're less than 8 years, if you're older than 8, or no, I'll give it 12. If you're older than 12 years old and you can get a jumbo gumball, bro.
I mean, what kind of teenager is eating a gumball regardless?
Facts. Remember,
at that point, once you're a teenager, you're chewing 5 gum.
There's times I'm like 5 gum. There's the Convenience Square guys look at me as this like back for more. Like got a date tonight. Yeah. Gotta be doing some things. Chew a 5 gum before, during, and after.
You get your mom to get those like packs of like 5, and then you would take them with you to school, and like you'd be the coolest one there. And you open it, and then everyone's like, "Oh, can I have?"
Bro, I'm walking around like Warren Buffett in that bitch, talking about like, here you go. Don't even look at me. Yeah, like they say, can I have one? I just toss it on the side. Don't even hand it to them. Like you can pick that up yourself. Yeah. And the gum, especially the long, because there's 2 type of gum people. 3 type of gum people, right? Yeah, I guess there's 3 type of gums. You got your standard juicy fruit, cheap, or your like that minty, super minty one that's not taste so good, but it's like you'll eat the gum if somebody has it there. Like you're not gonna ask for it, but if
that's
somebody
the Excel ones.
Yeah, they taste
or like the Dentine.
Dentine, because what you do after you drink water with it, that shit just feels like
drinking water after is the best.
You're crazy. Like it's just I just sit here, like I can feel my whole body. It's not even cold. I'm feeling like what's that icy cold, icy hot shit.
Oh yeah.
That feeling sensation down my throat. Don't like it. Right. Alcohol goes down better than that shit. So then the second level, still trying to sip of gum types with juicy fruit and all that stuff, but then it got that big pack. So they got like a little like container where it opens up like a space pod, and they can
like a cigarette pack.
It's like a big pack. And then you got your strip gum styles, right? This is your Mercedes of the gums. Like this motherfucker, you guys hiding a strip 5. I motherfuckers will cut it in half. Like, thank you, sir. I'll eat one now.
Yeah.
Eat one for later. You know what I'm saying?
It's always weird to me. Like, just put the whole strip in your mouth. That's weird.
They gotta make it last. They gotta make it last.
Once you chew it, then you only have like the tiny slivers of gum. Like it's not even a whole gum.
That 5 gum could like that session of gum could last you quite a bit.
Yeah.
So like if you spread that out to like one 5 gum stick could last you a whole day if you cut it in half. When would you chew gum? Would you ever chew gum? I tried to make a bubble, like a biggest bubble I could, and maybe do 3. But other than that, like I'm never throughout the day like, I need another gum to like keep this minted. Like I'm always gumming to do something.
I would chew gum just to chew gum, and then like eventually once the flavor would go out, I'd spit it out, and then like maybe later if I wanted another one, but I wouldn't like back to back like chew gum.
Yeah, and I never really like knew like I knew people who would always have gum on them because that's just like they're just like that's their routine. But I never like met like a gum person who like every time I met them they're chewing gum, and I'm kind of glad that was, because I mean I guess it was pretty strict in our school. Like my high school, they had like no gum, don't chew gum in class. Like that's just like a thing. Like so people would always chew gum like on the side doing a group project or like you chew gum whatever.
Yeah.
Do you ever fight over gum or no?
Me personally, no, because I always had gum. But other people.
I've seen like real beef surface. Like you didn't even offer me one. I'm like not for me, but like that like the side. Like they didn't even offer me any gum. Like we had gum there. Like I was like, why would he have to give you gum? I don't know, man. I want to get to these topics because I do have some other things that I see here that you would like. I could just see tangents just exploding. So I think we're a little late to it because of the stream break, but we have to talk about it. You have girl math.
Oh, yeah.
I have boy math. Yeah. I have some boy math I was already thinking about. So let's introduce this next session. Girl math, boy math. What do you got some girl math for me?
Girl math is great. I love girl math. Girl math gets me through life. Anytime you have cash on you, anything you buy with that, this is not coming out of your bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, if you go to the store and you know you're gonna buy toilet paper, you know toilet paper is always like $15 or whatever, right? But then you get there and it's on sale for like $10. You just made $5.
That
made $5.
Yeah, I can be that annoying person. Woman, illogical. Obviously, but in my mind, I'm like, no, that I see the dopamine boost from it because I'm like, okay, I'm winning. I'm winning.
Okay, here's a more complex girl math equation for you. You go to the store and you're gonna buy this shirt. And you know you've seen it before, it's $120, and you finally within yourself were like, okay, you know what, I deserve it, let me go buy that $120 shirt. You get there, the shirt is on sale for $90. So you're saving money, you're making that $30, but then you find another shirt that's $60. So you only paid $30 for that second shirt.
No, but you paid $150.
Yeah.
You paid $150.
Yeah, but you only paid $30 for the second shirt because you made $30.
Okay, yeah. So I only paid I only paid $30 for the shirt because the difference from my original 120 was that. But I could have also has just gone with the one shirt I was going with and go home. But like I'm starting to realize I do girl math. Like sometimes, like I'm really like I'd be coming from the weed store. I went in to get edibles, and I left spending $40 because I bought a thing of weed because it was just there. And I'm saying like, listen, it was original. Listen, this would usually be $50.
Yeah.
But since you've made an account with us, you get 15% off.
Yeah.
So instead of just getting 15% off from just $10, now you get 15% off $50. Which comes, so I'm like, oh, so I only spent $35 when I was originally only supposed to spend $10 for the edibles. I get girl math.
But see the major difference between girl math and boy math, because there are similarities like that, but the major difference is that girl math always goes off of the amount of money that you currently have in your bank account, whereas I find that boy math is planning ahead for your expenses.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I know that in 3 days I'm gonna get paid this.
Oh, yeah, I do it all the time.
And so you're like pre-calculating the purchases that you're like. Whereas girl math is more so in the you moment. Already have the money in your bank for this purchase, and you're making money because you're not spending as.
Like girl math, my boy math is a little bit of a gut punch, you know. Oh. Boy math is wanting a porn star level partner, but she's still a virgin. I don't want her touched, but she needs to fuck me like she's known how to do sex her entire life. Yeah. And I saying it out loud, it's stupid, but like there's like I see that chimpanzee brain like in the back is just like, yeah, what's wrong with that? That's a reasonable request. Another boy math. Boy math is I didn't cheat because I didn't even like her. I didn't cheat. I didn't even like her. Like I just did it to fuck. I wasn't cheating on you because I wasn't betraying my feelings for you.
Girl math is you look too interested when you were talking to her. You're obviously fucking.
Yeah. Let's just both confuse each other. Men are from Mars, girls are from Jupiter. They're like, I'm saying you're like, that's stupid. And you're saying, bro, you're stupid. That's what you said is stupid. But they both make sense to us.
Girl math is sleeping with a guy that you know has experience and expecting him to have sex with you as good as a lesbian would.
But that's standard math. That's straight math. Like you should be, if you have experience. Then what's the caveat here? What am I missing?
Always gonna outdo a man in sex.
I'd like to see them try. Personally, nah. Let me shut the fuck up. Because this is one. Because I said I'm back on Twitter. I was scrolling through, and there's National Boyfriend Day, and I saw somebody that was like mass presenting, like extremely mass presenting, like more like very manly. And she's like, "Yeah, National Boyfriend Day, include me too." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. And I see the girl that he's with, and I'm just imagining like he really must be in that bitch, like fucking like this like the presence of just like the sexual tension, or not even sexual tension, but that's the presence of like on camera. It was giving more bravado than most men I see. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like,
I think I know what post you're talking about
with this
yeah.
Okay, so so we have the same Twitter feed. Just making sure, because I was sitting there like, bro, this bitch more manual than me.
They're hot.
Pecs.
For sure. Yeah.
Fucking jawline. So like at the same breath, I'm just like, we got stuff I gave up. Can't let be outdone. So back to your original point of a lesbian in sex. Yeah, there's something because there's times, right? I'll be honest, right? I'm eating butt, but I don't want to just regularly be eating butt, right? And I want to be okay. Can I bring in the wand? And in my mind, I don't know the finesse of the wand, because I see that you're out here just like, hold on. Like I see you switching gears on that bitch mid strokes. You're like, hold on, this isn't hard enough. Like high levels thing, like, oh shit, we're going over the boat now. Like we're going above the edge. So that type of like swordsmanship, I'm not there yet. I remember I tried to ask you one time, like, how do I hold it? And he's like, I can just hold it here. But then I get too much into my head while I'm fucking, so then I just don't hold it right.
Yeah. But I also, because the thing is,
talk to me.
I don't think you're ever gonna, I don't think that's something that can be taught. Because I think, obviously, the person that is feeling it is gonna know exactly when it needs to be switched. And unless I'm, like, actively like really actively communicating with you,
it loses yeah. I hear you. So, that's why like I just asked how I'm doing it. I'm like, it's
like I don't know, like me and you, like we communicate with each other words like afterwards. So like after we're done like doing it, we'll be like, yeah, that was good. And then if we tried something new, we'd be like, oh, like I really liked that, or I didn't like it, blah blah whatever. But like I'm not one of those people that can
critique in
give instructions while I'm having sex, because then like I don't know, you should just know what you're doing.
Right through my soul.
It's just it loses the magic, I guess.
No, you're speaking
like because
hard
I don't
facts.
Have to tell you what to do. Like you should just do it. And I know that doesn't make sense because he's like it's not telepathic. Like you can't.
We'll get there.
Hear what I'm thinking, but like. Maybe that's what we need. Evolution.
What
telepathy.
No, you can keep up.
But like treat it like a walkie-talkie. So like you can like
turn it off.
Yeah.
Okay, because I be saying some dumb shit to you sometimes in my head. Some dumb shit. Yeah.
Wait, I know what we need to talk about. Okay, so there's this thing that's been going around on Twitter. I think it started yesterday, and it's just a thread of guys, and they're talking about that moment. When you start to slowly hate your girlfriend.
I got some of it. I understood what they were feeling.
Have you ever hated me?
No.
Are you lying?
I've been really pissed off at you, bro. I didn't like when I punched the hole in the wall. Bro, like there's okay, because we've had our conversations. We've always been at that breaking point. And there's times I was like, oh, like I punched the wall and stuff like that. And it's like the reason why I was like smiling is because I can confidently say, yeah, I have. But then it's always so short lived, because then I get perspective like, yeah, but you're also being a big head. This is what you did, and then this is happening. And
but it's not like a slow hate that keeps festering and burning. It's just you're angry at me at one point, and then you get over it.
You know those times where like it's like just the slightest finesse where like we just had something happen to us, but then I just get like kind of cuddly and horny, and it's like my horniness overtakes the anger because you do something, and I'm just sitting here, it's like, come on, Nick, can we done being mad now? I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. We're not. Remember, she didn't do this. She didn't even say sorry. Can we go fuck her though?
Yeah.
And then I just ambush you in the bedroom, pretend like, hey, I need to go help you pick out a shirt.
Yeah.
Let me just go to the bedroom too, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the horny comes out, and then I'm back to being cuddly. It's I can't. There's so many things that you offer that are good that the times that things get bad, I'm just like, let's go enjoy the good, because obviously there's being on the bad side of the island or the non-fun side of the island isn't cutting it. So yeah,
I just feel like, I don't know. I thought that thread was like I could see how some of those things make sense, because I've definitely
got the ick. Yeah, you with your boyfriend like last man, you got the ick. That's fine.
Like, what I just don't understand from the thread is it seems like they don't take initiative to break up with the person.
Yeah, they do the whole thing. Let me just get annoying so she leaves me.
Yeah. So, what's that? What's the psychology behind that?
You know what mine is? It's always paint her as a crazy one. The mindset with that is to make her seem like. So I did the same thing, but not with like do things to annoy her to make her mad. I'll just cheat, and then make it seem like it was her problem. I mean,
that's definitely still your problem.
I know. Listen, I'm speaking candidly because I'm a man now and way past this, and obviously happily married and committed and all that stuff. But like, I'm being honest to like the feeling I have. It resonates with what was presented, which is like, what have you, instead of just simply breaking up with her, it's so much easier to break up with her. But then I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that broke her heart. I'm still the bad guy when I cheat. But I can always paint it as like, well, she just wasn't fulfilling me. That's just like that. And my emotions got away. But I feel something with you. You're different, and I can show you a whole new world of love if you just give me the opportunity. Like stupid shit like that. Don't suck your teeth, nigga. I know I said that to you. I know that's why I put it in there. But yeah, man. Like you cheat on her just so that she gets mad. Like, oh my God, you're such an asshole. And it's making it her fault. Like, yeah, well.
See, the moment I start looking at you like,
yeah.
You got about a week for me to just collect my thoughts, and then we're done. Like this. Like,
I saw it happen in real time.
I don't like to draw it out. I like to get it. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit more drawn out because it does take me like a week to collect my thoughts. But for that guy, it only took me a week to collect my thoughts because he's an extremely emotional person.
I'm emotional.
Yeah, but he's emotional in the way that, like, when I broke up with him, he broke down crying. But when, like, if I were to ever break up with you,
I would fall down crying.
You would cry eventually, but I think you would be pissed. I think you would be very angry about it first. Yeah, and that I can take.
You can take anger over cry.
Yeah. I come from a very angry family. We're all angry about something at some point. But we don't cry in my family. So like I know how to deal with anger. I don't know how to deal with crying. Especially, and like I've grown up more, but when I was dating that guy, he's the first guy that I've ever seen cry. And so like
I got my money stolen. My grandma's not going.
So like I can handle to a certain extent a girl crying. But for him to be my first situation with a guy crying, like that was too much for me to handle.
Facts.
And I didn't know how to do it, and it scared me away.
Yeah, it shook you off. So what was that? What was we're circling back because we went from that thread you mentioned of like guys saying that.
Yeah.
So I mean, the bottom line is that those guys are cowards. Like, we know that if you just break up with a girlfriend, right? When you come home from work and she's like, these are touching the demographic that are in like a relationship. Maybe if they're planning on leaving, and some of the stuff is just like sparking because like I feel they're not staying and just fucking hating her, but they are deciding, should I leave her or should I stay with her? Like they're in that weird teetering spot. So all the negatives are perfectly there, but there's still some positive they're trying to think to stay. So like I feel like there's a bigger story to it, or they're just fucking idiots and they're just like, you're just with the person and that you won't find a better situation than they are. So you just deal with like, like she makes 6 figures, bro, but like, she's always fucking like things like that, right? Again, those guys are idiots. So, but speaking of guys and simplicities, you wanted to ask about the Roman Empire. Let me just first tell you, I don't think about the Roman Empire, but I'll tell you what I do think about a lot.
What?
Well, yeah, that. But like feudal Japan and like the times of roaming samurais, ronin, literally everything that is vagabond, you live by a sword, die by a sword, things like that, honor, like nobility. And I think the same thing happens from Roman Empire. I have a list here: the samurai feudal era, cowboys, and pirates. It's all about being a hero in the story or some sort of stoicism, and that's why guys are like, ugh. Because right now, look, the world around us. Again, I like the world around us, but it's definitely a comfortable world because all I have to do is sit at home and work. I don't have to fend for myself, on a daily basis, right?
Because I've been trying to think, like, I don't ever really.
Yeah.
And I can't speak for all females or anybody, but me personally, for time periods, I think a lot about the Victorian.
And that was a very Renaissance feminine femininity.
I don't think about it because of the women. I think about it because of like, I don't know, like what were they doing?
The absurdity of like this.
And then also just like the fact that like, if you had the wrong kind of diarrhea one day, like you're gonna die. Like that's
what I think about. What we're doing right now? We're touching tips. We're the same.
Touching tips. We're sword fighting.
Yeah, no. Stay with me now.
Oh God.
Stop it. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. We're touching tips because that's kind of like the same thing with the samurai side. Like you could die at any moment. Life is at risk. So like the things that usually aren't as big of a deal are now a big deal for them. Like somebody disrespects you, you could get away with killing them.
Yeah.
Like you said, diarrhea one day. Like it's like the absurdity of life is what intrigues us too, because that was their normal life, and that's what makes us think about it. Like, I think about scenarios like that too.
But I also, on a lesser scale, sometimes think about like being a 50s, 60s housewife. Like, yeah, I know they got abused and stuff, but like they were like on drugs and just like cleaning and like working. Like, yeah, feminism and like we should.
We're getting to feminist Caleb, guys. Okay, go ahead. Go.
But me personally, I don't want to work. I'm made to just sit at home and relax, take care of things here, and not have to go out and work for my money. You know.
And I'm out here like, no, Kayla. I love the fact that you can now make as much as I do. And have the same opportunities.
See, if I'm forced to work, I definitely should be making the same amount of money as you. But if I have a choice, I'm not working.
if I wanted to, but I don't. I and that's actually the truth about femininity. Feminism is about choice.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
We're pro-choice over here.
I'm not. Fuck. Nah. Let me choose it. No, okay, I'm kidding. Guys, it's kind of joke. Ooh. Guys, come on. Everything else about me is liberal, and that's gonna be my one thing. Like, actually, no, but I don't do abortions. Like, you should carry that baby out. Like, what are you doing? You're murder. Like, that's. Anyway.
That's all up to the individual.
I know we're getting close to time, so I want to like get some of my points in for other things before we finish the other things. Two things. Number one, let's make it quick. That bitch that's eating the salad on Twitter right now. Listen,
I can't say nothing.
Enjoy it, and like I love that you're enjoying it, but it's something about it seems fakely enjoying it, and then people pointing out like all little things like, oh, the salad's not even going down. Like, again, I'm just a hater on it, but it bothered me watching her eat that salad because it's like you're trying to feel like you're better than me. Look at the way she's like, you don't even. Whatever. You don't even know what you're missing out. I'm just like, bro, like, I mean, I've had salad before, but the only time I make faces like that is with greasy, fucking chewy. Like,
that's the thing, is because the whole post was about like
positivity.
See, if you change your diet and you start eating right, like you're gonna start craving salad. And like, I eat like shit.
What?
Like, we eat out a lot. We eat greasy things. Like, I don't eat vegetables and drink water near as much as I should be, and I know that. I'm aware of that. Oh. But I still, with the way that I eat now, I still crave salads from time to time. Like, a good salad is a good salad.
Wait. You're on her side?
I'm not on her side, but kind of.
Like, interesting. Girl versus boy.
I think she was being a little too much. Like, I personally don't think she was enjoying the salad as much as she was portraying that she was enjoying the salad. But like, a good salad is a good salad. Like, I like salads. Now that it has nothing to do with me changing my diet.
Now that you mention it, I have seen you kind of going cocoa for salads sometimes. Like you said, it's like, give me a Wendy's salad.
Recently, I've been kind of craving a salad. I just haven't got one yet.
It's just okay, yeah. So there you go. You can crave a salad, fine. I just want to get off my chest because the thing that bothers me the most is the fact that like I don't like people trying to think that they're better than me and like like the whole thing like just like you think you see this right here? You don't even know about it. You don't even want to know about this. All right. So finally, Clem, this last 5 minutes, I want to have a nice final 5 minutes. Yes, Kayla, an hour. We have to post.
One more thing I want to talk about.
Bring it up.
Okay, I was thinking about this.
Bring it.
So you know how the whole thing on the internet is that like, when you get in a relationship with a girl and then they ask you if they can hold your wiener while you're peeing, and like that's just a collective like thing that everyone. I think I figured out what the reverse of that is. Like obviously when a girl's peeing, like there's nothing that you can hold, but and you've done this to me.
No.
After we got comfortable enough in dating. You asked to pull my tampon out. I
did. I did.
And I feel like that's the female male equivalent of the peeing thing.
It's a little more like it's not as common.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a close equivalent. I think
that would be the equal.
I'm just imagine like it's like all right, just pull the string. I'm not gonna hurt you. Am I?
Because I've been seeing a lot of videos lately of like. On TikTok, obviously they can't show like their guy pulling it out or anything, but they've been like showing their guys what it would be like to pull one out. So they'll put a tampon in like a water bottle, let it get all soaked up, and then they can like pull it out. And I feel like off cameras, those guys are asking if they can pull out the actual tampon.
Wow.
And some girls just aren't comfortable enough, so then they do the water bottle.
I guess whenever like you like I'm still like I'm not saying like I'm not killed because I can see a period. I'm not an idiot, but there's definitely time like kill like just move on with yourself. So you're sitting here like taking off her pad and just like in the back like it's like I'm
like I'll hold it up to him like look.
I got and I'm sitting here just like bro just get on with yourself.
Or if it's like a tampon, I'll like swing it around a little bit.
Bro, just get on with yourself. Like I'm just trying to take a shower, nigga. Harassed.
It's natural.
Let it be natural, but don't include me in that conversation. I'm just sitting here like this with sad eyes, like okay, throw it out.
I'm just thinking, if you're gonna ask me to have sex with you while I'm on my period, you can stand to look at a pad.
I do it. I'm just saying I don't have to do it. I don't have to prove that I'm a nice guy. You already know I'm a nice guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh fuck me, man! I'm just imagining the times where it's just like you've got it real close to my face, and then I just have to sit here and just like
it's not even as close. You're just being dramatic. It's real close to your face.
This close.
That's like
this close away. Is enough for me to catch there's a secret war being battled that we don't even see. Worlds that we can. So there's a whole quaff. And you've been marinating that bitch for like. I don't know, but like you may have like switched it throughout the day, but like that's like you're coming home from work, getting ready to shower. So you've been just slow cooking that shit. And next question, bro. I think that's all I had because I don't want to get into the next one. This next one is like it was a little bit beefy, so we can fill it with a little bit of filler space. I want to thank some of the people that have sat through this whole podcast. Listen to us ramble on. Like I don't even know what we had talked about. Like there's a
how are the double mics? You guys like it? Have you noticed a difference? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know the double mics. We can always go back to single mic to see if it's overlapping. Like this is just an experiment, so we'll see how that goes.
It's also we're not going to be sitting at the desk like this for hopefully much longer.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We're getting after Mexico. We're turning that dining room area into a studio space. So we'll be a little bit further apart then, and then hopefully the mics won't cut out.
Yeah, and it'll probably be on like a standalone laptop, so like there'll be no like other interference like other apps and stuff like that. So we'll definitely get there. But again, Lilac, I think you're still here. Thank you again for helping you set up the mics before our podcast. Is a big shout out.
Thanks, Link. You're from Sweden.
You're from Sweden.
Edge.
La carara, la cara. Let me say something proper to Link in Swedish. Ready? Hur mår du? Jag är en bonde. I said, how are you? I'm a farmer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, Stoop. Hey, Dono. I know you guys are going to be here.
Bingling, all that. The whole tribe.
All of our friends.
Give us our socials. We're at our 1 hour mark.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Crazy Gates Podcast. That's crazy. Gates. The letter G, the number 8S podcast. We also upload to YouTube, and we're on Spotify, all your streaming platforms, and we stream on Twitch, our podcast. So you might be seeing this on Twitch right now. If not, we'll be on Spotify. You can see us there, or YouTube, or any of those other ones. I have lost my train of thought. Crazy Gates Podcast. I was just too busy watching. All
right, we'll see y'all later, bro.
Bye.
Oh, that's the outro. That's the outro.